I'm Michael and I'm Skylar. I don't.
He's now both of us on the Crit Cache.
Yeah. So you're gonna have to come up with a new name.
No.
That solves that.
Yep.
Just let the silent. Oh god, it's another one of these freaky fuckers. They're really angry to start.
They are named Gather. I don't
They're named Gather.
I don't know how to parse that. Like, I don't know what.
Gather what? I don't like the imagery of you axing him in the eye. That's an angry crab. I like their little sprites.
But then you get in here and you're like, nah.
Yeah, I'm not so about that.
He looks real, like, done with your shit. Like, you, like, walk up with him and you see that just don't give a fuck eyeball. Like, like, your mom has looked at you with that eye, only maybe without the tentacles, right? Like,
pretty sure my roommate's cat looks at me like that. I love that cat, actually.
Dorian?
Yeah, he and I have become buddies.
Like that, okay, if you just look at those two
Yeah.
eyes, like, that is the look of, like, what did you do this time?
Like, if you just squint a little bit, it's kind of a face, and, like, the little
Yeah,
sprites
yeah.
are the nose. Yeah.
And then when you get the one that's, like, all big, they're like, you did what?
That's that stank eye.
No allowance for a week. You're not supposed to put dogs in that place. That's not how you got scolded as a child?
I don't recall improperly placing canines anywhere.
We had very different childhoods.
Yeah, I'm getting that. Ever tell you about the super boogie?
The super boogie. No, you did not.
Super booger, basically.
Oh, well, okay, sure.
You said dogs in childhood, and so Dodger, towards the end of his very happy life, he got sick a couple times, and there was the shotgun shit incident.
Oh, is that the one where they was just like all over the wall? Oh God!
It was worse than that, but I'll tell that one another time. This was the super boogie, which was I came home and Dodger, when we were away, he would hang out in the dining room and the kitchen. That's just kind of where he stayed.
What kind of dog was he?
He was a big black lab.
Okay.
And he got sick, and he got very sick. And I came home, and it's like as soon as I opened the front door after walking home and like walked in, I was like, "Oh, something doesn't smell right." He had basically gotten into something in the backyard, grass or something. I don't fucking know. Anyways, he had like puked and dutied all over the place, and at some point, I think he had just worked himself down to what I guess was like bile or something.
Oh
And-
no! It's like when you're hungover.
Yeah,
Shitting.
yeah, and just you have nothing left. Yeah.
Yeah.
But is that a boss?
no,
Oh,
that's one of the Sphinx ladies. I just wanted to make sure that I didn't go. I can't remember if I didn't check the entire other direction because there's a
Okay.
chest here.
So there was, as I was cleaning it up, because I had to clean it up, there was this one little pile, and I could not figure out what it was. And as I tried to pick it up with the little, like, because I had paper towels, as I tried to like pick it up with a paper towel and pick it up, it sort of like gooed out the bottom. Like this, just it was like viscous is the word to describe it. And oh yeah, nothing about it was okay. But it was the only way I can describe it is it was like a super booger. Like oh she gets scary. It's like you fucked up my makeup.
Do you know how long it takes to do that with paws? You just stopped telling your story. Check your phone.
Yeah, it's all right. I had a text. It's
okay.
about the state of laundry.
It is an important thing.
Yeah. Also, suddenly think couldn't clear my throat. Sorry. No, I mean that was basically it with the super boogie. I will tell you the shotgun shit story though. So Dodger was not allowed in the master bedroom. And so what he would do is he would sit at the step, because there was like a step into the master bedroom. He would sit at the step, and one morning he was not feeling well. And instead of going wherever he needed to go, he just stood at the step turned around and like right past the step was my parents like their bed, and he just turned around and basically just shotgun
Just
shit
let loose
right onto the
like
bed.
a fire hose.
Yeah, it was like a shotgun. Whoa, what?
Yep.
I like that. That's kind of clever.
Yeah.
Is there anything of worth in these chests?
Well, actually, Phoebe needs some more arrows, and there is there's a sword in this room.
Like a
like a new sword.
weapon? Okay. Not just like a sword you use to poke things.
I mean, you do both.
Do you ever use that sword for anything else? Like the world mappy sword?
No.
Okay.
Wait, that's kind of another good like. I feel like as these episodes are going on, we're kind of like shitting more on the game, and that's I still don't think the game is like terrible. I think it is average or maybe like below average.
It was interesting at the time.
Yeah, I don't even know that it's. Oh, it's armor.
nice.
I'm sorry.
Looked badass.
Maybe the sword's further up. Yeah. Like.
Did you want to equip the armor? Or?
It auto equips.
I forgot.
Yeah. But like, and so many things were experimental. Like, for an RPG, you didn't really have this kind of world interaction in most games. I mean, none of the Final Fantasies did, right? So like the fact that this even had.
Didn't they though?
No.
Yeah, I'm thinking of like Final Fantasy 8s and 9s and stuff where you would like jack around with stuff in the world.
You had, but that was just walk up to thing and press A or
That's
press
what
X or whatever. Like that was not, here is a tool, because this is more like Zelda and action RPG
That's true.
sort of design, right? Like, and that's a major difference. And I think I mentioned this at the very beginning. Like a lot of the stuff in this game was inspired from some of Romancing Saga 3, which was technically Final Fantasy Adventure 3. I believe it was Romancing Saga, because there's also just like, or no, it's part of the Saga series, either way. But you know, they pulled a lot of that from there, but it was not common at all to see this type of stuff happening. Like, you go play most RPGs, like, basically the majority of them, the NES era, if they had on-world stuff, the only one I can think of off the top of my head is this old NES game called Faria, which wasn't even, you didn't even really use your sword on the overworld. It was just when you got into a random encounter, it was actually like more of a Zelda-style combat system where you just like ran around the area, and
If you step on that, will it just break?
you have to break it actually.
Oh.
But I wanted to check something real quick. But yeah, like almost no RPGs, especially given that this was the beginning of the Super Nintendo life cycle, ever did that. So this was fairly unique. Now, and you didn't even see it all that often with RPGs in general in the Super NES era. You would see some of the experimentation happen, with like little bits here and there. But I think the only game, there are probably more than this, but just off the top of my head, the only one I can think of is Lufia 2, which I've shown you a little bit of, and that game fully embraced it. Right, like it was completely 100%. The way you move through this game is by doing these things. Like you have to use the like puzzle elements in the world stuff to get through.
Okay, this is ridiculous.
Whereas
Oh,
this is
Jesus.
just like dink.
Did only that one did that?
Any one of them would have.
Which one did you fight?
That one. Down.
Oh, okay.
Because I was going for the chest. But yeah, so like, it was a fascinating concept because, you know, when you first saw me chop the trees down or whatever, you're like, oh, that's cool, and like, yeah, that is cool, but it's still realistically fairly limited. I mean, honestly, like, if you think about even Zelda,
Oh, yeah, you did get new swords.
yeah. even if you think about like Zelda, it's a fairly limited game. If you really want to like boil it down in that fashion, because Zelda is just straight up like press button with right thing equipped.
Whoa, what
right?
is this dude booby dancing up here?
Actually, I don't think I'm going to fight him just yet. But I said that I didn't mean I'm not going to talk to him. I mean, you don't actually fight him on this platform.
Okay.
Yeah. That was not me being like, I'm going to go do something else.
Moha! I'm enjoying our little game.
Do you like my pecs? I'm not actually sure what little game we're playing,
Yeah.
other than he just disappeared on me. It's like
It's hide and go seek, I
a
guess.
very like sad interpretation of a game.
You see me, I disappear.
That's exactly what he's doing as he's peck dancing in the mirror.
Yeah, man.
Got that that Terry Crews action going on.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing. I love that, man.
I want to sit down and have a beer with Keanu Reeves and Terry Crews at the same time.
Whoa.
Because Keanu Reeves is just like the chillest dude,
Have you...
and Terry Crews is just like off the walls awesome.
Yeah.
And I mean, I like Keanu Reeves is awesome too, but it's just they're different types of awesome. And I feel like it's like fire and water personalities in a lot of ways.
Yeah, I could see that. So, it did. Have you seen any clips of Keanu Reeves' appearance in that? Is it Ali Wong? I think she's in it.
I don't know what you're talking about at all.
Hold on.
I'm just sitting here watching
I'm gonna.
my characters be confused and blinded and
So, Netflix. Okay, always be my maybe. Ali Wong.
okay.
It's this like rom-com thing with her, and I don't know the actor's name, but I love him. He plays Lewis in Fresh Off the Boat. But it's like her and him. Keanu Reeves is in the movie as himself, but as
Okay.
like a very ridiculous version of himself.
Okay.
And he like shows up to this what is it? He like shows up to this restaurant and the lady's like, "Oh my god, I think I know what it's like to be starstruck now." And like his response is like, "The only stars that matter are the ones we see in our dreams."
I think I've seen like a GIF of that or something.
yeah. I still haven't seen it yet, but I want to watch it for both those actors because I love them both, but the appearance with Keanu Reeves sounds like it's gonna just make it too. So I'm really excited. I just need to sit down and watch it. Watch through Chernobyl, and that's a much different energy from what I was just talking about.
That is not happy. That is the opposite of happy.
Oh, that was weird. That is not what I thought that was gonna do camera-wise.
Yeah, and the weird thing too is like it opened up those like
What the shit hell?
this is just dumb. Like you
I
literally would have to back. You can't. I'm not even sure you can backtrack without casting exit to get up to that thing. Ah, fuck.
Did you do that by accident?
I didn't know you could fall off that stairwell. Well, that was really irritating.
Well,
I mean, it's not like I just have to walk back up. but
okay.
It's just really irritating. I didn't know you could move off that stairwell.
Yeah.
I'll bet a lot of people did quit
this
on this
one-
stage.
We will persevere.
No, I mean, like, this wasn't that big of a loss. I just have to, like, fall back
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
And, like, in fact, I'm not going to go pick those up just on principle. But, yeah, this is just irritating, actually, playing back through it.
It's like I said, it's like, yeah, you can get a fair shake, and by the end, fuck this game.
I think it's worth looking at this stage and say, why is it irritating? Which we kind of addressed a little bit.
Yeah.
Like,
There's a lot of walking around.
Well,
in
especially because, like, you know, right here, I can't fall off, even though technically speaking, I'm not on the same
the
plane.
yeah.
And so that's, like, that is a big old, like, why the hell is that visually designed that way? So,
Dude,
next time on Crit Couch, this dude. Also, fuck Pidgey.
what? No, you can't do that.